because Trade and Industry Minister Alan Kyerematen has told Parliament government has mobilized 2.5 billion cedis from various financial institutions for the establishment of factories under the One District, One Factory project. He says this is aside the 400 million cedis allocated for the initiative in the 2018 budget. Briefing the House today, Mr. Kyerematen said the initiative is a private sector-led one and government will make only a maximum of 30% investment in each of the factories. However, did not give timelines, the minister. He didn't give timelines on when factories will be constructed, saying it's up to the private sector owners which will build them to determine.
I want to find out from the minister, within the year, when do you anticipate, based on your projections, that actual fiscal works will start for the construction of the factories? Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, as I've indicated in my responses to the three questions, this is a private sector-led initiative. The pace of implementation of each project is squarely in the hands of each business promoter. They dictate the pace of implementation. Government has already provided the incentive framework, the support, and each of these companies, business promoters, are responding based on their own capacity to be able to provide the requirements that should come from the private sector. And that's why I said that if you want exact details, there are various levels of implementation, and I arrogate to myself the power to determine at what point and at what time each of these companies are going to finalize the establishment of this work. But I can assure you that the interest that has been shown and the amount of work that is going on at the national coordinating level is very significant. Thank you.
However, MP for Keta Richard Kwashiga was not satisfied with the minister's response.
Not satisfied because, first of all, my expectation was for the minister to tender in the document that they have actually put together, so that he should also be able to, that would have enabled him to explain to us why a new document when there is an existing one, because there was a document from 2014, prepared by the then Minister of Trade, Honorable Aruna Idrisu, which was also sponsored by international partners. So why create a new one, spend more money to develop a new one? The minister promised that he was going to give us a copy of the document that they have at the end of the day. What was most disappointing too is that till now, we don't, from the minister's responses to some other questions, we don't have a single factory established under the 1D, 1F program. And that for me is very disappointing. And clearly it appears that for all this while, the ministry has not been really doing anything significant as far as this whole project of 1D, 1F is concerned. This is a question that is 8 months old. And one would have expected that the minister would have come to the House more prepared than he did. Of course, he got a lot of protection from the majority leader.
Okay. So his response was that this is a private sector-led initiative, so then he will not be able to give definite timelines on when the factories will be ready. And to a certain extent, how come, none is ready yet? How do you respond to that bit of it? Is there an understanding of what the whole plan was with the 1D, 1F?
Not at all. I think that, yes, private-led, fine. But then one would have expected that by this time, we would have seen serious progress made. And again, for the minister to say he cannot speak to timelines is also worrying. And again, the minister did indicate that the project is under his ministry. But clearly, if you check the secretariat of the 1D, 1F program, if you check their website, they made reference to local government ministry instead of the trade ministry as we all expected. that means that there's a whole gamut of confusion surrounding this whole concept of 1D, 1F program that this government had intended to implement. And I think that this is emanating from the fact that it is originally not their idea. It was an NDC-led idea to which there is evidence, which I gave a copy to him today. I mean, the document that exists, the hard copy document that exists, which spells out the various factories that will be established in various districts in the country, is a document that was prepared under the NDC-led government. I've said this over and over again. And so it lends itself to the confusion that they are suffering from.
Again, to the substance, they say they won't be investing more than 30% of the equity amount in any of the factories, and that the rest will be raised by the private sector. Do you think that's a good approach to, building the one district, one factory?
Absolutely. I think that for that, I will agree with. It cannot be as usual government-led and government investing into it. Private sector must take the lead, but government must create the congenial and the necessary environment for the private sector to thrive. As far as that is concerned, government must be able to play the supervisory role and also give direction as to how this thing will come into fruition.
Still to come on the pulse, body of 32-year-old doctor found in Teshi 2 days after torrential rains left 6 others dead in the capital. We'll be bringing you details as many continue to count their losses. We'll be back shortly on the pulse.